It's officially recorded.
Okay. Should we do some sort of like intro?
Hey guys. Don't drink. I feel burpy.
Oh god.
Animosity. Are you okay?
It's a little
Don't
strong.
God, I'm sorry if you can distract by your cat.
That's alright, she's really cute. These are our drunk sippy cups. They're actually coffee mugs, but they're our drunk sippy cups for the evening.
It's called adulting.
Adulting responsibly.
Adulting responsibly.
Because I can't get my security deposit back on this place. Oh.
Yeah! Welcome to the party.
Oh, fun times. So we're doing a segment called Drunk Book Reviews.
Drunk Book Reviews.
It's kind of similar to many other drunk while doing a thing. The closest thing that I can imagine that is to this is Booze Your Own Adventure.
What is that?
It's a thing that Lindsay Ellis does. Salt Shake Girl.
Oh!
Yeah, we're older than 21 kids. Don't drink.
Yes, don't drink. We are experts, i.e. we're over 21.
Exactly.
Oh, I was gonna cheers.
Oh. This is going to be us reviewing paranormal teen romance novels. Young adult fiction.
We found the best of the worst, excluding Twilight, because everybody knows. Everybody knows.
It's not even fun to pick on anymore. Twilight, you know, it set the standard for this formula of girl meets mysterious guy, girl goes on adventure, girl discovers she's special.
She's special. But she still categorizes herself as ordinary.
They wouldn't have been greenlit if Twilight didn't exist.
No. Twilight is the catalyst.
So the first book that we're reviewing is 100% a cash in on that.
Let's start, guys.
This is a book called Evermore.
Evermore by Alyson. Is it Noel or Noel?
Noel. You see the little two dots.
Oh, she got the two little dots. She's
we decided to do this book first because collectively we've decided that this is probably the worst book that we've ever read in the history of anything. Really.
It hurts me as a woman.
This series will not be free of spoilers. FYI.
That's true.
And like all good YA novels, it starts with a quote.
This is a quote by Emily Dickinson. The only secret people keep is immortality.
I was trying to hold it so you can keep the I was totally keeping that.
We're back. Did we ever leave? My mind would say yes. My body would say what? Bear with us. We haven't read this in a while, so
we're kind of just stumbling through this like a bunch of drunk toddlers. Would you say?
Toddlers, don't drink. Brief synopsis of this book, Evermore, if you've never read it. Basically, it's this girl. It starts off.
Her name is Everbloom. 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 Ain't that just the sweetest thing you ever did here?
I'm sorry. Are you part of a
like a hippie commune?
I was thinking more of like a Lil Abner comic.
Oh God, you're right. Daisy Mae and Evermore.
Daisy Mae and Evermore.
Oh God,
oh
Everbloom.
shoot, they're lesbians for each other.
It starts that her entire family is killed in a tragic accident.
Yeah, she was in a car accident. She is the only one that survived of her entire family, which consisted of her mom, her dad, and her little sister, Riley.
Good old Riley.
Good old Riley. But after the car incident, she seems to have gotten these powers where like she can like see people's auras and listen to their thoughts.
Her sister is actually there in ghost form. Good old Riley decides to stay back to make sure that Ever is okay. Her parents, however,
are not there.
Fuck her.
I guess they crossed over.
I think that her parents were stuck probably in like a loveless marriage and they had to stay together for the kids. And they were both their lovers had died a long time ago. So like they're dying and the reason why they're so eager to just leave their children is because they want to be with their dead lovers.
Oh my God, can I read that book?
Yeah, can I read that book?
So basically, long story short, she's been equipped with these powers. She lives with her aunt now. Her aunt is super busy. super busy aunt because she has to take care of her niece now, and she also is a workaholic. At this new school, she has a gay best friend named Miles, and then she has another friend named Haven, who's like the typical, like she's supposed to be beautiful, like gorgeous, but she's kind of punk, and she's constantly talking about how she needs to like diet and stuff, and she's like edgy.
I know, right? Like, it's like my life.
Oh my god.
So this guy comes, of course, is a transfer student, as most of these books fucking do.
Well, they're either a transfer student or the girl's a transfer student.
It's so true. He's immortal. Damien. Or mysterious
Damien
dude.
Auguste.
Auguste. And he's new, and he's hot, and he's rich, and he's just like, holy shit.
Hey girls.
And
I'm not interested in any of you. I'm only interested in Everbloom.
And then it's just
God,
like,
that sounds like a My Little Pony name.
I know. Like, he's really into her. He starts giving her flowers and shit, and it's like just weird. They actually start to like fall in love at a party. He like shows her that he can like access this like alternate reality thing. Like towards the middle of the book, she decides, I don't want to be with him. He's too mysterious. Which is, you know, A+, you know, fuck it. I ain't got time for that. He's too mysterious.
He's too mysterious. Good on you.
He's just a real fucking tool, honestly. And she goes to his house and she like finds old paintings of him and shit. And it's like,
holy shit, I don't remember this.
You don't?
Holy god damn.
She like finds paintings of him from like 1800.
Oh my god, yeah! I just want you guys to know I'm just reliving a moment in time.
The next weird thing is that there's this lady who's like obsessed with Damien.
They used to be lovers.
Ella fucking kills the bitch.
That's probably my favorite part.
Yeah, she ends up killing her by like sealing her chakras. It's really fucking weird. I have no idea. I don't even know how to. And then it ends, and the guy's like, "You're turning immortal now," and she's like, "I don't know." And at the very end, he's like, "I love you." Immortals.
These are the last lines. He looks at me, waiting. I love you, I whispered. And I love you, he smiles. His lips seeking mine. Always have, always will.
My first major criticism, besides all the other criticisms I was saying along the ride, it's written in present tense narrative. I guess that the thought is, if it's past tense, then the character has to still be alive to be telling the story. Or there has to be somebody alive telling the story. But if it's in first person, if it's in past tense, then you know the character's made it because they're telling the story from the past. So like, this happened to me. Present tense, you're supposed to be like in their mind at the time, and you're like, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Supposedly it's supposed to create drama. Not my favorite. It actually really annoys me. And it doesn't work for this book at all. So the only other books I can really think of that does this writing style are the Darren Shan Demonata series does this writing style, and it works really well.
It's the Twilight formula. But the thing is, I feel like Ever in this story, she wants to be normal, and she still categorizes herself as like trying to be normal, even though she has a superpower. Like, she doesn't want it.
I'm so tired of like the reluctant hero. All of the other novels by the author are 100% normal teen books. Like, I wouldn't say normal, like non-supernatural, which she might be so much better at writing.
I will say, because I can't judge, we can only judge the book itself. The writers and stuff, they could actually be really good writers, but we don't know because we've never read any of their other stuff.
We're not doing this to attack anybody or their writing or their passion, you know, like, good for you, and we're proud of you.
Yeah, you're making money off of this no matter what.
It's fun. It's all good fun. Oh, you've actually read the other books of this.
I have. Here's another reason why we say it follows the Twilight formula. The next one in the series is entitled Blue Moon. Blue Moon.
Like New Moon.
It's Damien's ass. It follows the Twilight formula in the sense where if you read the sequel, in Twilight, basically within the first 5 chapters, Edward leaves Bella. Classic move. In the sequel of this, Damien leaves her in a sense. I don't really remember what happens. Something happens where he's changing. and he all of a sudden is not interested in her, and he's acting like a boy, like a hey, what's up, girls, and like not paying attention to ever. So it kind of gives her an incentive to find out what's wrong with him, and she had to go into Summerland to save him because she has to do something, which in a sense is kind of cool because it's like making her, she has to do something in order to save her boyfriend, the one she loves. But at the same time, you have the third one which follows it up. She starts questioning herself again, and she's like, maybe this isn't what I want to do. And then Damien's like, we should take a break. But she's like still in love with him, and he's obviously still in love with her. They start a love triangle. There's some other guy she meets. She starts working at this place on the beach.
Can we end the love triangle? Like, can we just end the love triangle? If you want a good thing that's not a love triangle, read the Meredith Gentry series by Laura K. Hamilton or Annie Blake. More likely Meredith Gentry, because shit is just a fucking harem. Why have a love triangle when you could just be a polyamorous relationship? Like, honestly.
But I know that one ends the same way, where it's like she kind of goes back to Damien. So
because he's the hot, mysterious one.
Here's what I have a huge problem with teen novels. You have a lot of girls who fall in love with someone. It's like their first love, and then they stay together forever. I'm not saying that can't happen in the real world. It does happen in the real world. However, I feel like for some girls who read these novels, it kind of puts
the expectation there.
Yeah, it puts the expectation there, because I've known people who like treat books like these like the Bible, and then if their first relationship does not work out, they freak out.
And they can stay in really like abusive or horrible relationships because they see this in books and they go, I can change him, or I can do this. Which is a lot of media aimed at young women, which is really alarming, especially because of Twilight. I do have to thank Twilight for getting more and more women and young women into reading.
Yeah, I thank it for that.
It's really awesome. And it actually introduces girls into looking for these books and finding more books and getting interested in books. I was interested in books before I read Twilight.
I'm actually one of those people. I was in middle school when I found Twilight, and that was actually kind of my gateway into reading more books, because I didn't like reading books at the time.
It really did expand the young adult fiction as a genre to be taken seriously. I think without Twilight being successful, we couldn't have had the success of The Hunger Games or really any other young adult fiction, which then led to the green lighting of Maze Runner and Ender's Game, which got more people into reading the books. However, we also have to thank it for this book, which was one sad blue rose out of 5.
One sad blue rose out of 5. I thought maybe our rating scale would be like shot glasses. Like, the more shot glasses, the more horrible it is.
Oh.
Like, you need to drink before reading this.
Okay, then I give it 10 out of 10 shot glasses.
I give it 9.5. Because my younger self still saw hope in it that I read this 2 other books that came after it, and it still sucked ass. Closing thoughts? After reading, well, you've only read the first book. I read the first 3. Would you recommend this to people?
Absolutely not.
No. No.
It's not even fun to read. I don't think it has any redeeming quality, except for like being astounded at how bad it is, and then being sad that you wasted your time on it.
The writing itself isn't horrible, but the actual plot and the characters are just not there.
Disagree, because the writing is terrible.
If you really want to read it, then I don't know, go to Barnes & Noble and read the first few chapters.
Get it in like a used book rack.
Read it from the library.
Get it from the library. Honestly, please don't spend money.
It's not worth the money.
It's not worth money.
Don't do it to yourself. Hey. Don't do it. Drink responsibly, kids.
That one.
Yeah. This one is special.
It's exceptional.
It's special. Oops.
And you dropped it. Fuck you, Buck.